Let's try to do some word breakdown, and these words are going to be related to the endocrine system. First up, we have the term lactose. And again, at any point, if you need to hit pause on these words so that you can have a few more seconds to break these down, these word parts should primarily be on the endocrine word list, but see if you can put them in the right locations. Okay, in the term lactose, there is no prefix. The root term here is new. It is lacto, which refers to milk. The suffix is "-ose", which means to be full of. So the term lactose means to be full of milk. So lactose is a hormone that either helps to produce milk or has something to do with milk breakdown. There is lactose in cow's milk as well. Let's try another term. Next up is the word pyrexia. Pyrexia. See if you can tell me what the breakdown of this word is. Okay, so there is no prefix in the word pyrexia. There is a new root term that we saw, which is pyrexo, and pyrexo refers to a fever. The suffix here is one we've seen many times. It's just the ia ending, which is pertaining to. So the term pyrexia means pertaining to a fever. Let's try one more term. Next word that we're going to break down is idiopathic. Idiopathic. See if you can do it on your own first. Okay, in idiopathic, there is no prefix. There are actually two root terms here. The first is ideo, and that refers to something that is unknown. The second is patho, which means disease. And then our suffix here is, again, one we've seen many times, the IC ending, which is pertaining to. So idiopathic literally breaks down into unknown disease, and essentially something is classified as an idiopathic disease if we don't really know what's causing it. So if you see that term as part of the diagnosis, they know what's happening, they know which disease to classify it as, they just don't know the cause. All right, let's look at another word. Next up is comatose. Comatose. See if you can break this one down. Okay, so in the term comatose, there is no prefix. The root term is new here for this unit, which is comato, referring to a deep sleep, so can't really be woken. The suffix is ose, O-S-E, which refers to being full of. So the term comatose means to be full of a deep sleep. So not being able to be in an awake state. You probably know a little bit about somebody who's been comatose. All right, let's look at our next word. All right, so this is the name of a hormone. If you go back and watch that video, you can see that we have named this up as one of our hormones, but it is called vasopressin. Vasopressin. And let's break this down, and it'll give us an idea of what it does inside of our body. Okay, so there is no prefix in the term vasopressin, but there are, again, two root terms. So the first is vaso, which refers to blood vessels. The second is presso, which refers to literal pressure, okay, being placed against the blood vessels. The suffix here is the in ending, which refers to a substance. So the strict definition of the term vasopressin is a substance that changes blood vessels and increases blood pressure. Okay, so when you look at vasopressin, right, it helps to constrict the blood vessels, so changes that blood vessel, make sure that our blood pressure doesn't flatten out. We don't want too low, we don't want too high, But a lot of times when we're able to break down the words in terms of their medical term meaning, it really leads us to understanding what that particular substance in the body does. Let's try one more. Hyperthyroid. Hyperthyroid. And again, if you need to hit pause, just a reminder, you can do so. Okay, so the prefix in the term hyperthyroid is hyper, which means to be above, but excessive above, meaning too much. Thyro refers directly to the thyroid gland that we took a look at. And the suffix oid or oid refers to resembling. So hyperthyroid is resembling an excessive thyroid gland, and that's not really a smooth definition. A probably slightly easier way to say this is just that it's an overactive thyroid. It's producing too much thyroid hormones. But if we are looking at strict definition of the 3 word parts, it really does mean that. Let's try another one. Glucagon. Glucagon, another hormone that we see inside of the body. But again, by breaking it down, we can really see what its function is. So take a moment to break that down. Okay, so glucagon has no prefix in the word. The root term is gluco, which refers to sugar. And the agon refers to a struggle. So glucagon, if strictly defined, would mean to struggle with sugar. But what it does is it helps to break it down and put it back into the bloodstream for use. And so we know that it's helping us with our struggle for blood sugar and making sure that we have enough sugar inside of our body to maintain our body functions. All right, how do you think you did on those words? You can certainly rewind, watch again. We have many videos with word breakdown until this becomes much easier for you. Go ahead and search those up. But we think you're doing a wonderful job.